Hello everybody, this is Walrus McFish Sr., and we're back with some more Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Yeah, this is Zabirius, the Demon Spawn Conjurer guy here. Yeah, you know who this guy is. And you may notice that this commentary is a little bit louder than the previous two videos, I think. Just because I noticed that the previous videos were very quiet, so I was trying to figure out how to fix that. I ended up switching up the gain on the microphone, so hopefully it's a little bit more hearable, but also a little bit... I was worried that it might be a little bit oversaturated, so hopefully it turns out okay. But anyway, hopefully it's an improvement at least, and we'll see. But what's next for this guy? We had just made our way through the Abyss, picked up a nice purple abyssal rune there. Got 4 runes, it's pretty good. And I think next we are going to hit up Tomb, because it seems like the natural thing to do for a Kiku character. We definitely want to do Tomb before we abandon Kiku. So I think now is a fine time for it. You know, he won't be too happy with us because he doesn't care for killing undead creatures, but he'll also make things a lot easier, one imagines. What do we got in our inventory? Anything we don't need? Not really. I think we're going to be pretty darn good. Let's read our enchant weapon. Get our dagger of electrocution a little bit better, I guess. Might as well. Let's see. Recast repel missile or deflect missiles, because that seems like a wise thing to have on at all times. And yeah, let's just head into the tomb and see how it goes. I don't think it's going to be difficult. I mean, Kiku is basically tailor-made to go through the tomb. He protects us from death curses and torment. We've got Dispel Undead, which is going to be super nice. So I don't think it's going to be that bad. I don't even know if I'm going to bother with my usual trickery. We haven't found rings of control teleports or teleport. So, I mean, we could try the teleport trick where we just try teleporting around in Crypt 2. We do have a wand of teleportation, so we might end up doing that, but maybe not. Maybe we'll just try to clear it legitimately, because I don't think it'll be that difficult. But we'll play it by ear. Let's see how it looks. Head to Tomb, which is for some reason represented by a W. Yeah, we got plenty of food. I think we got everything we need. Yeah, Tomb is W. Why would that be? I guess maybe because ghosts are symbolized by W's, so that's supposed to be some sort of connection. But it seems like a stretch. I don't know, they just ran out of letters, I guess. We do have plenty of food. Maybe we'll find something on the way, though. Like a manticore. No meat, though. Brain meat? I don't think that brains provide any sort of edible meat. You're not supposed to eat brains or you get mad cow disease or something. That's what I heard. Or some sort of prion-based disease, you know. No, don't dispel you. Dispel you. There we go. Keep going. We're going to be very hungry. We'll eat up before we get there. We'll use a bunch of food, and we'll exhaust a bit of Kiku piety, because he doesn't approve of this, and there's no food to be had, but it's okay. We got plenty of food. We're not concerned about that. Explore around. Oh, that reminds me. Did we learn Abjuration? Interesting, actually. The only, we only know Aura of Abjuration, theoretically, so we couldn't even learn Abjuration. Never mind, I was thinking about picking that up because it's very useful against the Greater Mummies, but Aura of Abjuration is really what you want, and we don't have nearly the summoning for that, so... Here's a mummy. Mummies, I think... Here, let's set... Let's use the Scimitar of Flaming Death against these guys. I think they're vulnerable enough to electrocution, though. Actually, I think they are particularly vulnerable to flame, though, right? So let's actually set that equal to B for a second. Certainly, certainly the Falchion of Pain is not going to do us any good here. Let's try a quick chop there. Yeah, burn the mummy. That's awesome. All right, that's going to do just fine for us. And Kiku averts the curse. Yeah, Kiku will protect us from all these curses. Hello, mummies. I'm here to storm through your sanctuary. Fire dragon skeleton. We can dispel that. And is that hungerless by now? Let's check. Dispel Undead is super hungerless. That makes me feel really good as a wizard. You can cast level 5 hungerlessly. Yeah, we can just dispel all of these even remotely dangerous guys. Partially averts the curse. Come on, Kiku. You can do better than that. Oh well. Wasn't that bad. It hurt a little bit. You know, you sort of have to embrace the pain if you're going to live the necromancer lifestyle. It's a little bit masochistic, but whatever. It takes a certain type. Here's a Sphinx. Okay, Sphinxes are a little bit dangerous. We are wearing our good amulet, so we do have a little bit of magic resistance. MR+++, that makes me pretty happy. I wanted to search for shields for some reason. Did we find any good shields? Nah, we haven't, but oh well. How about let's try a Battle Sphere, Mystic Blast, Mystic Blasts. Mystic Blast, alright. This is fine so far. Orb of Destruction? Sure. Well, we'll want to take off the Flaming Death if we're going to do that. Tempted to use Hellfire. Let's just shoot off one more Destruction. Sphinx is severely wounded. And then just Mystic Blast a couple more times. Honestly, the Battle Sphere is one of our main weapons here. Killed that Sphinx. Alright, we want to get some Dispel Undead. That's good. We partially averted the curse, so it dimmed momentarily, but that didn't even seem to do much. Okay. How about let's use Flaming Death against this guy for a while? He's burning, which is awesome. You're dead. You can burn. Storm Dragon Zombie is pretty dangerous. Control Undead might be worthwhile here, but I'd rather, yeah, just dispel you. Averted the curse completely. Good job, Kiku. And how about, yeah, Mystic Blasts, Dispel Undead. Chop, 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 Dispel. My bones ache. Oh, man. See, it's just so unpleasant going through the tomb, you know? It's like your bones ache. You just feel like you got a hangover the next morning after you go through the tomb. All those death curses. And this is, you know, we've got the easy version. Kiku is like, see, man, I'm not evil. Kiku's just misunderstood. Protecting you from all these death curses. What's not to like? Ashen Zari also helps. Oh, we got drained. That's a little bit of a shame. I wish we had more negative energy resistance. Could be worth just wearing the Ring of Negative Energy. Yeah. Chainmail of True Grit. Well, that doesn't even help. Plus 6 chain scale mail of the first snow is not bad. Yeah, well, we got drained a little bit. We'll live with it. RN plus is really all you need. You just need 1 pip of resistance and all the elemental resistances, really. Dispel. Yep. Thank you, Kiku. You're a good guy. Slow down. Alright, so we're not going to be completely free from these curses. But oh well. We'll make do. Kiku wants us to suffer a little. He's not... I take that back about you being good, honestly, Kiku. He takes a little bit of offense to that. He's not a good god. He's a terrible demon god. And he wants you to know about it. He's like... He spares you his mercy sometimes, but he's not going to do it on the regular. Mummy Priest. Alright, so this is the first dangerous thing that we've seen. Those Sphinxes are a little dangerous, but usually it's sort of a bigger pack than that. Or maybe you just... It's dangerous if you don't have magic resistance. But here comes a Mummy Priest. They can summon things and torment you. So we're going to try to just dispel undead as quickly as possible. 2 of these mummies. Let's just haste ourselves quickly. Yeah, we'll haste ourselves to be quickly. And then we got a little bit hurt by that, but oh well. We're good, we're good. We can always shoot Hellfire if it comes to that. Huge gate. The ones that you really have to worry about, of course, are the greater mummies. Now there's a teleport trap. That's pretty hilarious. We could consider jumping in that and just seeing what happens. Hello, anybody? We are not fast, but we didn't really need to be. Let's see if we can just sneak up and then do Dispel Undead a couple of times. Rot. That's so annoying. But we can quaff a curing and actually get rid of some of our current rot as well. So I feel okay about that. Although we're low on curing potions. I would love to find some more. Any for sale? Yeah, there were a couple for sale. We should go and buy those before we run into hell or something. Oh man, a Zot Trap. Well, we can always blink over that, but let's see what the rest of this place has to offer first. Well, while I'm here, might as well. Evoke, blink. Hey, it works. Spear Trap. Guardian Mummy. Pain. Oh no. chop them to death. Oh, wow, cool ring. I'm glad I came this way. What is it, I wonder? Anything good? It is pretty good, right? It's not bad at all. What's our current ring? It just gives us invisibility. This does not give us invisibility, but we're not using invisibility much anyway. I don't think it's going to help us much in the tomb. I like this ring quite a bit better, I think. Let's put it on. Alright. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, we already have the ability to fly, but the intelligence +1 and the stealth ++, we are now actually quite stealthy. It sort of cancels out our smelly gloves, finally. This is like the ring of Febreze, which masks our odor. Alright, here, evoke blink. Nice. Some good blinking there. Mummy Priest is coming around the corner, a little suspicious of what's going on around here. But we're okay. We did get kind of seriously drained, apparently. But here are a couple of mummies. We got to take out you first. So let's just step over this way. We got smitten. Oh, dear. We want to get hasted. Alright, haste, destroy. I don't like all those things coming around, so we're just going to run away. That's our prerogative. You know, that's our right as an American. Alright, we're not American. I'm an American. Even if you're not an American, it's still your prerogative as an American. That's how much of a prerogative it is to be able to run away from mummy priests. It's your prerogative as a world citizen, alright? It's a basic human right to be able to run away from too many mummies coming at you. Raise a Sphinx skeleton. That'll do something. Go, my minion. Guardian mummy. Oh, we're decayed some more. Okay, that's really nasty. I sort of have to let that happen, though. So, I don't know. Let's cure that one, but I'm not happy about it. And it's only curing 1 point of HP at a time. And let's get rid of this contamination. We're still drained and hungry. We've got all sorts of bad stuff going on. Mummy Priest, where are you? And I'm surprised to see no Guardian or Greater Mummies. Right? Life Force restored. I'm happy about that. Fighting up to 15. That's good. I'm tempted to turn that off for a minute. I feel like 15 is pretty good for a spellcaster. We're trying to focus our spells into other things. Like, we're going to turn off shields in a minute, too. So, let's just turn that off for a second. I might turn it back on later, but 15 is pretty good for a spellcaster wizard type. It's pretty good in general. And we want to get our ice magic up more quickly. When Necromancy gets up to 21, I think I'll turn that off as well. Maybe when Charms up gets up higher, I'll turn that off as well. I don't know. I'm just playing it by ear here. Scroll of Fog, good. Mummy Priest, not good. Surrounded by shadows, slightly dangerous. Smell decay, we're rotting some more. Oh, come on. Greater Mummy, we gotta take it out as quickly as possible. See, that's what I was worried about. Greater Mummy, Greater Mummy, Greater Mummy, Greater Mummy. Is destroyed. Our Necromancy did get up to 21, so we are now Zabirius the Thanatomancer, which is really awesome. It's so awesome that, yeah, we're just going to leave it there. And we'll be a Thanatomancer for a while. That's good. Alright, we'll train up some of our other stuff. Now I do want to, like, run away. That Mummy Priest is going to, like, okay. Our rotting status ended, which is good. Mummy Priest praying to its god, not as good. Speed up, and then some other stuff happened. Wow, that 6 Fury is very fast, which is a little dangerous for me. But it's okay, we have electrical resistance. We're not too worried. Just as long as we're outside of torment range or whatever. We can chop this guy up a little bit. Near starving, fine, we'll eat that beef jerky. Pretty darn delicious. Alright, we found a Greater Mummy, or we found a, Greater Mummy, and it was dangerous. But we took it down. There's the priest. Alright, so we need to take him out. Let's see if we can get into range. Okay, it's not, unfortunately. Let's kill you, and then I can't do that, but let's step this way. Oh, racked with pain. Oh, Kiku helps with that. I gotta haste myself and leave. because we're getting racked with pain. Alright, get out of line of sight. Ugh. Torment! You just never get used to it. Kiku is like the god of torment practically. He's helping us as much as he can. It would help more if we were a mummy, for example. It's now, or a ghoul. Feel myself slow down. Fine. Here's the mummy priest. Yikes. Alright, let's see if we can take this guy out right now. Destroy, destroy. Shivered with cold, but we're fine. And we're hungry again. How did that happen? I guess just all that resting. I don't know. We could guess regeneration, but that just means we'd have to eat even more food. Let's eat our fruit. I think we've established that eating fruit in the tomb is a pretty good idea because it just gives you that sort of connection with the outside world. Reminds you of the feeling of life. It's like if you're facing a Dementor, you know, you gotta stay focused on the positive thoughts, you know. Here in the tomb. All of this darkness and death and weird spectral hallucinations around us, it sort of, it challenges your sanity. And sometimes it's nice having a piece of fruit there, like, look, we got a tangerine. That's awesome, I could go for a tangerine right now. Maybe I'll go to the store and buy a tangerine. Probably not, though. Bones ache. See, when your bones are aching, you just need a tangerine sometimes. Okay, we can just chop these guys, right? We'll chop them a little bit. Chop, chop, chop up the guardian mummies. That's pretty good. It's good to know we can just chop those guys relatively effectively. We took some damage, but it was really just from the death curse. And alright, just like that, we have Tomb 1 complete. Drink of water there. Again, gotta stay hydrated in the tomb. It's a very dry place. Very dusty. And down to Tomb 2, or at least Tomb 2 Part 1. We could try the teleport trick here. But let's keep going. I feel like just doing this legit. Okay, shriek, shriek. People are shrieking. Yeah, the skulls are all shrieking at us. That's a little bit of a shame. Here come the mummy priests. So we're going to try to take them out as quickly as possible. As such, we got one mummy priest. That's a huge accomplishment. We'll take these guys upstairs and chop them. Yeah, just dispel, chop, 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 chop. Dispel, chop, chop. There's a rhythm to Crawl if you play it right. It's a music. It's just chop, chop, dispel, chop, chop, dispel. That's like the waltz. Or agonize, agonize, mystic blast. Agonize, 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 mystic blast. That's a nice waltz as well. Alright, so we can just keep doing this. Should we stay hasted? That might use a lot of food. Let's only haste if we need to. Especially when we've got easy pickings here. Charms up to 14. Is that enough to turn it off for now? Deflect missiles? Well, we'd like to get our deflect missiles a little bit better. Let's keep working our charms. Let's get up to 15 would be a nice round number, and then we'll consider turning that off. But charms is going to be important for Death's Door as well. I don't know if it's quite up to Death's Door levels, so let's keep it going. I like charms. And we'll get maximum level regeneration too. Having high level regeneration is pretty sweet. Here comes a guardian mummy. I didn't actually mean to do that, but now we use a haste. And chop, 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 chop. Dispel, 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 dispel. Spellcasting up to 15, but we do want to get our spellcasting up quite a bit more if possible. Just because we want the spell levels, right? How many spell levels do we have right now? 6, which is good. And we'll forget some other stuff like Agony, which will boost it up. But we want to learn, like, 2 very high-level necromancy spells. We want to learn, you know, both Death's Door and Bongyor's Revivification. That'll take a bunch of spell levels. And then Glaciate, of course. So we're going to be spell level hogs. We need to get our spellcasting up as high as we can. Plus, I just like having high spellcasting. It's just proper for a wizard. You practice the fundamentals, you know? Let's eat some pizza. Keep our sanity up. Mushroom pizza is delicious. One of my favorite varieties. Sausage and mushroom is particularly good. Here's a greater mummy, but we can get one at a time. See, stair dancing is pretty invaluable. I was just reading on the forums, on the Dungeon Crawl forums, about a new god that they're working on implementing called Vomdrast, the Wayfarer or something like that, who pretty much discourages stair dancing. Like, you take a piety hit if you stair dance. And that's really interesting. I think that's pretty cool. The consensus seems to be that he's not exactly ready for play yet, but these things take balancing, you know. I mean, there's other gods in the works as well. Rue, I understand, who basically allows you to sacrifice parts of your own body in order for cool abilities, so you can gouge out your eye for sweet power-up, which is pretty interesting as well. I like the idea of that. And then Gozag, who is a gold-based god, who I've heard is a cool idea. There's a gold-based god is a pretty neat idea, but it's not exactly implemented the best it could be. But I'm excited. I like when they add new gods, you know. Kozlov was really cool. But anyway, let's keep stair dancing while we have that ability, you know. Hopefully in the future they'll release a new version of Crawl, and we can play a Volndrast game. I don't even know why I cast Battlesphere. That was pretty silly. Battlesphere does not respond to Dispel Undead. Convulsed helplessly, but it's okay. Anytime we can take out a Greater Mummy, we're okay. Only losing a little bit of life at a time. And here's the thing, you know, I have never actually died in the tomb. People say it's a pretty dangerous place, and it sort of seems like it's a dangerous place, right? Just what with all the torment and HP loss, you get down to very low HP pretty frequently. But I've never actually died, so it's sort of hard for me to take it seriously. I know that's like a bad attitude, and also doesn't exactly build dramatic tension, right? You know, oh, this is a piece of cake. But, I don't know, I've just never died in the tomb yet, so I can't exactly fear it properly. You know, I can fear it in the abstract. People say it's dangerous. It seems like it should be dangerous, but I've never yet had that moment where I've actually died in the tomb, and that's what really makes you learn your lesson in Dungeon Crawl. We didn't get malmutated, did we? No, we did. Good. Other places, you know, places where I've died numerous times, certainly. I mean, I told you about the centaur who died in slime, so I've died at least once in slime. I think that was the only time I've died in slime. But then also, for example, you know, I've died in Vault 5 so many times. I've died in Cock 7 so many times. It's just not even funny. I mean, I legitimately fear those places. Probably more than I should. Scroll of Enchant Armor. Do we have anything to enchant up? I guess our shields. I was hoping to find a better shield so I could use it on something more meaningful. But yeah, let's follow the principle that we'll find a better shield as soon as we enchant this one up. Scroll of Enchant Weapon. Might as well have a +9 dagger, right? If we find a better quick blade, we might consider using that. Another Scroll of Recharging. Nobody's going to say no to that. Mummy Priest, let's get him as soon as possible before he starts summoning a bunch of stuff in the way, which is always the concern with Mummy Priests and Greater Mummies. Just chop these guys. I am not concerned. We haven't even cast Azakubos in our armor at all yet, I've realized, which I probably should do. Sure, let's cast Azakubos and then go and chop these guys. Hey, 40 AC with Azakubos, that's not bad. I don't know if that does scale with your charms. I thought it was just your ice magic ability, but whatever. I am not complaining. 40 AC is something, right? Yeah, 11 AC boost is really nothing to scoff at. That's a serious, serious AC boost. 2 Mummy Priests. Rather than haste, we're just going to try to get in as much dispelling as we can. We did get up to level 26, which is good. We are now completely surrounded by darkness. I'm pretty sure that's the last of our demonic mutations, but that's pretty cool. We finally get our minimum line of sight here. We could even wield that Lantern of Shadows for even more minimumness and cast darkness if we wanted to get our hexes up to level 1 billion. But yeah, that's pretty cool that we've got it naturally. I mean, it's a pretty neat mutation. Whoops. Excuse me. I seem to have blundered into a Zot Trap there. My apologies. That thing is going to spread a tentacle in a second, so let's get out of the way before it snatches us. Yep, deep rumbling. I think we might have woken up some mummies there, but oh well. We're pretty stealthy, right? Yeah, we realize we're not that unstealthy, so that's pretty awesome. We're now actually quite stealthy. This looks like a Hellfire moment, speaking of not being stealthy. Blow them all up. Yeah, shriek all you like. Yeah, these flying skulls make a lot of noise. The tomb is pretty quiet, as I'm sure I've said like a billion times, but it bears repeating. The tomb is exceptionally quiet, so it's difficult, more difficult than normal to be stealthy in here. But also not much stuff makes noise. You know, I mean, the skulls shriek, which is something, but the mummies don't really make much sound. They don't really moan or whatever. So that's something, at least. Yep. Chop, 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 chop. Choppity chop. Chop them all up. Dodging blade traps because we are mad action heroes. Here, let's cast a haste, I guess, while we're using a turn. Get close to these mummy priests so we're able to just avoid getting blocked off from line of sight there. And now we can chop. Let's throw up an Azakubos. Why not? If we're going to chop in style, we might as well have sweet icy armor that surrounds us. Just to let people know that we are a warrior mage. You know, it's the intimidation factor more than anything. Would you mess with the guy surrounded by Azakubos armor? I don't know. And I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, and I don't think I've ever seen this mentioned anywhere else, but am I crazy here, or does Azakubos just mean ice cube? Is that supposed to be like ice cube? Like, I don't know, I didn't see that mentioned anywhere else, so I was always afraid to bring it up, but it's like, it seems, maybe it's just so obvious that everybody else, like, figured it out already. But it's like, when I recognized that, I was like, oh, Azakubo, ice cube. Am I just wrong? Is that just a coincidence? It sounds like a Japanese version of ice cube, almost, like, Azakubo. You know. Not that I speak Japanese in any way, you know. But, yeah, alright, so I assumed that Azakubo was like some sweet Japanese ice mage who pioneered much of the field of ice magic, much in the same way that it seems like Galubria pioneered much of the early field of translocation some 300 years ago. Where do we go? Why can't we go down? Oh, we have to go back up. Of course, I understand. Yep, tomb is convoluted that way. So here we go, going to tomb 1B, which is perhaps the hardest part. We smell decay, but no rot. That's the important part. Guardian Mummy. And they changed it, right? I think they changed it so that even if you have summons, it doesn't even make a difference. So it used to be that you could cheese the system by just having summons make the kill for you, but of course you got less experience. And also, I don't think it works anymore. So it just is not an idea. Here's a dormant mummy. Should we get closer? I don't think so. I think we should just capitalize on the fact that our line of sight is so small. Okay, here we should capitalize on the fact that we should run away. Terrible wounds spreading across our body. We are fast, which is good. I'm tempted to blink. Oh, that's good. Thank you, Smoke Demon, for the inadvertent fog. I don't think that was his intention, but it did happen. So yeah, that's sort of the faux danger I'm talking about there. You know, oh, it looked like we were in real danger, down to 57 HP, but I mean, half that was just, you know, flayed ghost wounds, which are temporary. And half of that you can just run away from, and, you know, oh well, eat a beef jerky. So, we'll see. I mean, if I die, I'll eat my words, you know, I seriously will. But if I die here with Kiku, I seriously think that would be pretty embarrassing. Got him dead, got him dead, got him dead. Come on, just die a little bit. Let me chop you up a little bit. Chop, chop, chop. One more Dispel Undead would do it. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. We got drained, but oh well. So yeah, take out 3 Guardian Mummies at a time, or 3 Greater Mummies at a time. It's not exactly what you want to do, but we did it anyway, because we can. And it's hard to separate them, you know? This is why I usually skip this part. This part is probably the most annoying. Let's haste ourselves this time, I think is really appropriate, because if these guys summon too many things, then it turns into an emergency situation where you have to run away. I don't like running away. That means, you know, eating things. And, you know, decaying our piety. Oh, what? The Greater Mummy is here? I didn't even realize that was a Greater Mummy. I thought that was a regular mummy, so that was pretty stupid of me. Fortunately, we're right up next to it, so we can just destroy it without any fear of getting surrounded. Unfortunately, that's not the case here with this guy. We got a little tormented. So, I don't know, did they change the way that works? Like, it seems like TQ wholly protects us from torment sometimes. We got a haste here. Let's do that and then just run. Too much stuff. Yeah, we're going to get smitten. Thanks for the ball of steam again there, Mr. Smoke Demon. Yeah, alright. Touché, Mr. Greater Mummy. But this time we'll haste. I don't think you can take me in my true hasted form. Ice magic getting up pretty quickly. Shields also pretty quickly. Wait, what's the... change to normal. How do I do that? Like this? Yeah, my shields is getting good, almost up to 15. Greater Mummy, we're still fast. Let's see if we can take this guy out real fast. Get close to him. We'll get up right up next to him so he can't do anything, and we can burn him to death, which is amazing. This Scimitar of Flaming Death actually packs quite a punch. It sets people on fire. I don't think mummies appreciate that, being as flammable as they are. Undrained, which is always nice. Nobody likes being drained. Haste. Oh, we do have the contamination. Let's just back off and wait for that to wear off. Alright, now we'll approach again. Haste this time. Dispel. Get these shadows. Here's the mummy. Oh, okay. See, this is when Aura of Abjuration comes in super handy. But at least we can still get him from this weird angle. Sort of a knight's angle there. Armor skill up to 8. That's something. Yeah, and all those guys disappear. We got rotted. Okay. Oh, well. I really don't want to use any more of our curing potions. We'll buy the other ones. I mean, it's like those can save your life. A curing potion could save your life if you're like critically confused or something like that. Come on. Take him out. Pain through my body, but okay, who cares? Slightly contaminated, slightly hungry. But we did it! We cleared Tomb 1B, which is quite an accomplishment. I think I'm going to use that moment to go and refill my water, because as I said, man, Tomb is super dusty, right? Very parched, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So, that was good. I think that the worst of it is behind us, honestly. I mean, Tomb 3 is kind of nasty, too. Tomb 2A is sometimes nasty. Remember, we've run into Khufu there. That's pretty nasty. I was sort of hoping we'd run into Boris again. But it doesn't seem like we will, at least not yet. Mummy Priests can go down in just a couple of shots. These guys we can just attack with our Sword of Scimitar of Flaming Death. I hope that doesn't reduce our stealth or anything like that, just because it's so, like, bright and fiery. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's the sort of thing that they might program in. It would probably tell us if it did, though, right? Dispel, Dispel. Yeah, Dispel Undead is just such a cool spell. Priests. I mean, it's situational, obviously. You don't run into Undead into too many parts of the game, but when you do, you appreciate it. Really trivializes it. Makes you think that there should be a Dispel Demon as well. That would make the game completely easy, honestly. Every character would want to learn that. Just because there's so many demons in the late game. Well, any character, of course, who's going into the late game would want to learn it. But it would, it would trivialize that part of the game because there are so many demons in both Pandemonium and Hell. But then you also have to wonder, well, you know, one design criticism I might have of this game is that the end-to-end game does rely too heavily on demons. It gets to be sort of monotonous. You know, there's demons and there's torment, and it's dangerous, sure, but it all sort of feels the same. You know, it doesn't feel like there's a real thematic difference between Pandemonium and the Hells. Whereas I feel like they missed an opportunity there. You know, Pandemonium, I appreciate the way it is, like it's random sort of nature diving through it, but it didn't necessarily have to be all demons. It could be lots of crazy stuff. Could have just been like Parallel Universe World or something where who knows what you're going to find. Okay. Well, there you go. Tomb 2B. No issue whatsoever. And now it's just Tomb 3, which can get to be interesting, but I don't know. Maybe we can make good use of the Rotted Clouds here. Let's try to do that. Yeah, let's do it. Hey, Guardian Mummies. I hope you like some sort of cloud. Fire cloud. Absolutely. That was sort of the perfect cloud, actually, for what I was looking for. And now we'll just sort of throw up our Azakubo's armor for being masters of the dual element here. You know, that's intimidation factor. We'll throw up a haste. See if we can chop through these guys before the cavalry arrives. Yeah, well, there it is right there. Of course, this is a little crazy with the death curses, too, right? This is not exactly safe or sane. We also have Flame Cloud immunity. We could have charged in just for the psychological factor there. We're going to try to take this guy upstairs. That's good. Alright, now we will dispel. Whoops. Dispel, 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 dispel. Okay, good enough, good enough. And now we'll chop through the rest of it while we're still fast and armored up. Oh, we are pretty cool, right? This is a strong character, if I had to say. You know, I don't know. I feel like it doesn't feel like our loot is that good. Let's just wait for those summons to disappear. I mean, our loot is adequate, certainly. And our spell set is good, you know, and our spell set is about what I would expect to have at this point in the game. Maybe we're just getting experienced here, you know, maybe this is just a good thing. And, you know, Tomb is tough, you know, and having Kiku and having this Necromancer playstyle, it certainly does help things out. Take these guys upstairs. Yeah, we want to take out the Greater Mummy first, for sure. Rot it a little bit, but that's okay. It doesn't even seem to be doing anything. I don't think that even took away... Oh, wait, it will now, right? It only took away one of our... That didn't even affect our maximum hit points, right? Does Kiku protect us that much or something? That seems, like, very trivial. I should not be using curing potions on that, if that's all it does. Mummy Priests... Two Mummy Priests is a little dangerous. But not the most dangerous thing in the world, right? Guardian Mummy can be chopped. He doesn't even see us. Look how stealthy we are. We are quite stealthy with our new ring. It's not quite, you know, the one true ring. I guess that other ring gave us invisibility, so it's like, you know, that really does have a one ring of power sort of vibe to it. Another potion of curing. That's good. We were just talking about how we need those. We'll definitely go and pick up those two from Elf. Reminds me, how much money do we have? 1733. We could go and buy that staff pretty soon, but not that soon. Maybe there's usually a lot of money in Mummy, in the bottom of Tomb. a lot of money in Mummy. These mummies are gold diggers, you know, they're hoarders. Let's haste ourselves and then do the thing where we killed this Greater Mummy before anything catastrophic happens. Yeah. Oh, a Revenant. I did not expect to see that there, but okay. Interesting. Let's throw up a Rod of Clouds on these guys. Any chance of... Yeah. They do have kind of extreme cold resistance, don't they? But I think we can chop through these guys without running away too much. We do want to dispel this guy as much as possible. We're fast and slow somehow, which is kind of paradoxical. Chop. 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 Dispel. Alright, so now he's dead. The rest of these guys, yeah, they're going to get slightly frozen. I don't think they care too much about that, but it's something. We do want to eat as soon as we get the chance. Chop through everything and then have a bite to eat. We'll eat that beef jerky. Beef jerky in the tomb. Ancient Champion, okay. Well, yeah, let's just dispel you quite a bit before... Yeah, they can summon guys. They're a little bit dangerous. Some interesting undead bric-a-brac here at the bottom of Tomb. I kind of like that. Mix things up a little bit. A little bit different than just your standard Greater Mummy fare. Got some Revenants. We got some Ancient Champions. Flying Skulls are nothing to be concerned with, but the most dangerous thing they're going to do right now is block our line of sight, but actually they were mostly just blocking the Greater Mummy from summoning around us, so it was actually kind of helpful that these guys are here. Mummy Priest is a priority. Hook it around. Yeah, I get the hook shot in there. And we'll just dispel all these guys, chop what's left. Yeah, dispel. How about an Azakubos? Chop, 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 chop. How about a regenerate? Sure, that works. Okay, Greater Mummy is coming around the bend. Let's run away from this guy. And now, attack him. Get up close. Our magic regenerates mad fast, too. I mean, that's part of what makes us so good. Ooh, we did get racked with pain here. That's no fun. But I think we ought to get him. Nice. Shield's up to 15. Let's turn that off for sure. Conjuration's up to 18, but if we're getting Glaciate, we do need to improve that all the way up. So we'll keep working on our Conjurations. It's a major part of our character anyway. One would argue the defining aspect of our Conjurer character. But we'll turn off Shields. Because now that's no longer going to be an impediment at all, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. And we'll run away, just because we're a little bit wounded here. Go back, lick our wounds a little bit. Maybe have a bite to eat upstairs. Definitely some hunger going on. Do we have hunger? We don't have any hunger on our jewelry or anything, do we? I don't think so. Nah, that's just normal hunger from resting up. Cool. Oh, we lost a mutation. How did that happen? Well, at least we just lost our mutation for protecting us from mutations, so that's not as bad as it could be. Was it one of those neck execs? I didn't even notice. Smoking scale mail. Probably a little bit heavy for us, but we can check it out. Lots of money, as we predicted. Let's just pick that all up. Staff wizardry, cool. Tons of money. I'm actually pretty happy about that. We can go and afford our elemental staff. The Papyrus of Venomous Orientation is interesting. It's all about... Oh, okay, it's got translocation. That makes sense. Poison and translocation. Good spells if we were looking to get our translocation up. In fact, we should learn apportation right now. While we're thinking about it. Because if we go into hell anytime soon, which is probably going to be very soon, I mean, it's either Pan or hell next. Yep, we need to have apportation. And let's put that as P for apportation, I guess. Spells, but it's not really a priority. We're not going to be using it very often. And I don't think we need anything else in there. We're not going to get up our translocations too much at all. But we do need apportation to snatch runes from Pan Lords and Antaeus and such. Potions of resistance. Alright, just some good stuff in here. Plenty of money. We're going to be able to afford our staff for sure. I think we're already getting up there to the price tag. Book of Summonings does have abjurations. I'm not sure if we want to learn that, but maybe we should. Especially if we're going to learn to get Mochleb. That's something we want to do. Because you never know when you're going to summon a hostile fiend who's just going to completely ruin your day. I'm not sure how much we're going to lean on that ability, but, well, we'll see. I mean, spell levels are sort of at a premium right now. We're not going to learn it just this second. It is nice against some of the Pan Lords and stuff, so maybe we should pick it up. And we could cast it, but we'll decide that later. We'll probably decide that next video. Smoking scale mail, what is it? I'll bite. We'll identify this. Nah, not good enough. Cool, though. Nice deck of cards. We're not too keen on that. I mean, we could... our evocations is high enough, but I think actually maybe one of our next characters might be a Nemelex character. I was thinking a Nemelex Artificer, possibly a Kobold, because they've got a talent for Artifice. So, that could be fun. I haven't tried new Nemelex yet, so... something to try. Our Ice Magic all the way up to 8 already. We got drained, but that's okay. Here comes this sort of an interesting little U-bend here. Presumably the rune is around the corner. Stealthy enough that we can elude a greater mummy. I mean, they don't exactly have functioning brains. In fact, I'm pretty sure that mummies have their brains ritualistically removed, right? Although they are compelled by some sort of animate force there, you know, whether it's necromancy or something else. You know, it seems like they can make decisions, at the very least. They're capable of walking around. More intelligent than most animals or life forms on this planet, you know, I'd say. They're more intelligent than a plant, certainly, in their ability to move around and follow and thing, you know, move their legs and things like that. So I don't know. If these mummies don't have brains, it raises interesting questions about the nature of necromancy. Like, is the necromancy, quote, you know, I mean, is the instinct to act like a mummy, is that quote-unquote contained all in the hexes? Is that all in the necromancy? Is it derived from, you know, Kiku Kabugo or something like that, being the god of necromancy? Perhaps he provides these incredibly high-level, high-tier hexes? Or maybe the necromancer has to, possibly the wizard has to cast those kinds of hexes. Maybe that's just the sort of thing that's been honed over the generations. Maybe that's why it's so prone to mess you up if you have to try. Maybe you have to put a little bit of your own intelligence, a little bit of your own life force in this thing in order to control it properly. And so, you know, these mummies are being controlled by tiny bits of the intelligence of previous necromancers. And maybe that's part of the reason why necromancy tends to have sort of a debilitating effect if you use it too much. It has a draining effect on your body. I don't know, now I'm sort of curious, alright? You know, what is the nature of mummy intelligence? Especially when you yourself play as a mummy character. See, that's interesting. You know, is your entire consciousness being contained in like a complex system of hexes and curses and charms? Who knows, man? I'm curious about the ontology of magic in this game. But here's a rune, more importantly. That's a very powerful magical object. Maybe this helps. And we're going to pick it up. You can see it's flashing gold and sort of tarnished gold there because it is a golden rune. We pick it up and it flashes the bright gold, which is only appropriate. Very good. We could cast Control Teleport now if we knew it, but we can't. A Manual of Armor definitely means that we're going to get our armor up more. Alright, that's pretty awesome. I like having manuals. That's just solid loot, especially when it's a generic skill like that anyone can appreciate. Maybe that means that in the future we could get some heavier armor, although I'm kind of digging this Azakubos right now for the plus 11 armor or whatever. Very good. Destroy this stuff. A new kind of amulet is pretty neat. We're sick and rotten, but we're okay. Look, that rot doesn't even damage us. A shiny Pearl Dragon armor, that's pretty neat. That's something that we would actually consider wearing. Ring of Wizardry. Oh, my pack is full. What do we have here that we can drop? Well, let's draw the Book of Summonings for now. Let's see what this Ancient Garnet Amulet is. Clarity. Okay, I was thinking we could use a good Amulet of Clarity just in case we run into anything that confuses us, like an orange crystal statue. I don't know. It's reasonable. But I'm curious about this other stuff. Let's drop... you know what? Let's just temporarily drop all our wands over here. We'll pick them up later. Almanac of Ashen Enchantment. Anything in here? There is Darkness if we wanted to learn it up, but nah, that's not for us. Book of Debilitation. Again, more hexes, not our style. I mean, I can appreciate the fact that it's down here in the tomb. Mummies do love their hexes. Ring of Wizardry is not for us. Fan of Gales would be nice. Furry leather armor. See, that's interesting too. No, but it's bad. Oh, the elemental enchantments on it are really good. But cursed -4. I don't know. That's not excusable. Ancient Broadaxe. A book of minor magic would have been useful to find like a million years ago. We're sort of beyond that now. We know our repel missiles. We know our magic darts. So we don't need that. What else? There's the shiny Pearl Dragon armor. That's cool. Look at it flash like that. Let's check it out. Identify. That's +2 Pearl Dragon armor. Interesting. Well, I gotta say, I think our Steam Dragon armor is slightly better. I mean, well, I don't even know. Can I wear Pearl Dragon armor? Let's see what happens if I wear it. My armor class goes up. Can I cast Azakubos? No, I can't cast Azakubos, though. So I just think the fact that my Steam Dragon armor is basically Pearl Dragon anyway, considering it gives the RN+, also gives the strength bonus, and also is a little bit more of a lighter spellcaster's armor. I think I appreciate it a little bit more. You know, the +5 AC is pretty nice, but we can get a huge boost from that with our Azakubos. And there's another Necronomicon. Are you serious? I can't believe how many Necronomicons there are in this game. I mean, again, it makes sense that it's down here in the tomb. It only makes sense that if anybody should have a copy, they should. Book of Flames, nope. Blistering Battle Magic. Cool stuff in here, but nah. If we went for the Fire Magic route, we would go for it, but no. Book of Maledictions, again, that's mostly hexes, I think. Book of Geomancy, not for us. We sort of have done the Geomancy game with our Naga. That was fun. But we already did it. Slow down, that's okay. Staff of Air, Book of Death, what's in here? Good stuff, but we know all the good stuff already, and we're not doing Bolt of Draining at this point. Not for sure. Papyrus of Hexes, again, that's all hexes. Tons of hexes down here. Like a hex library. Necronomicon. Cool. We could be using Brilliance. Well, we have 8 potions of Brilliance. Next time we run into a particularly dangerous enemy, let's try to remember that. Okay. Can we pick up all our stuff? Yep. Anything else that we wanted to pick up? We could consider memorizing Abjuration, or we could just not use any of Machleb's summoning abilities. Yeah. I don't know. We can't carry it with us. What can we drop? We gotta be able to drop something, right? We picked up that Clarity Amulet, Potion of Restore Abilities, Potion of Cancellation. Yeah, we picked up some random stuff. I don't want to drop any of this stuff. I guess we'll drop the Wand of Draining. It's going to be minimally useful for us at this point of the game. If we don't want Bolt of Draining, we probably don't want a Wand of Draining either. Then we'll take the Book of Summonings just to bring it back to our stash, just so we can decide whether or not we want to learn Abjuration. Anything else? Nope. We finished exploring. We did a thorough job going through our loot. That's excellent. Next time we can go back to Elf and pick up our Elemental Staff. In fact, I'm tempted to do that right now. Let's go and do that. So let's go back to our stash. That'll be a nice cap to the video, right? We'll get our prize. Now we've got tons of prizes already, honestly. This is a pretty good tomb. I've been pleased with this. Nice Clarity Amulet, which I was sort of just thinking about. Near Starving. Kiku is okay with us. So that's good. If you're okay with us, Kiku, then I'm okay with us too. Let's eat a bread ration. We didn't use that much permafood. I mean, we're still doing okay for permafood just in our bread rations, and we've got like 20 meat rations too. So we just blast our way through. What can I say? We are masters of the tomb. That's practically our home base right there. You can die. Go back to our stash here real quick. Drop off some of our stuff, like Heroes Remove Curse. Yeah, we'll keep the recharging with us. I think we'll drop off that ring. I don't see why we're going to use it unless we decide to use a Ring of Invisibility. We desperately need it at some point. Yeah, okay. Potion of Restore Abilities can stay here, although it's useful to have around. Cancellation, Book of Summonings can definitely stay here. Alright. We might need to drop like one of those Fans of Gales and stuff. We'll have to make some decisions. But for now, let's get our prize. It's a brand new car! Nope. We'll get 2 new Potions of Curing. Microbrew. Never before consumed. Assorted Antiques. Oh, look, it's the same store. And not only that, those Potions of Curing will go great with an Elemental Staff. We can't even afford it. Oh, no, are you serious? Oh no, the irony. Zabirius is so mad. In real life, Zabirius would totally blow up the shopkeeper with elemental hellfire here. But of course, you know, there's few things more powerful than a rogue-like shopkeeper. You know, they seem to be preternaturally strong. So maybe not. That's really a shame. Oh, okay, well, we'll get enough gold in a second. I guess let's just buy those Potions of Curing because that's honestly more of a priority. Potion of Curing, Potion of Curing. Good. Good. Alright, now we got a healthy number of Potions of Curing. And we'll just end it there, alright? We're a couple hundred gold shy, I can't believe it, but oh well, we'll get there soon. And I guess next time, I mean, there's not much to do. We've got, what now? 5 runes? So we could go and get the silver rune. We could do Vault 5 at any time we feel like it, basically. Or we could go and start making our way through Pan. I think Pan is the next option. You know, maybe we could do Hell first. I'm not even sure. But we'll figure that out next time. So anyway, great video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.